Hello, this is Dylan from the Green Exclamation Point, now sponsored by MachFiveGaming. Here today with us, we have AJ, who's usually here. We have the newcomer, Dallas, and we have a very special guest. Also, you might know him. I'm not sure, but you might. He's a little bit famous. His name is JesseCox, and we are happy to have him on the podcast tonight. So,
stop it. Just stop.
I'm all sitting here quiet because I don't want to talk over you. I'm sitting here and he's like Dallas. And then we've got this other guy named JesseCox. I'm sitting here like, I don't want to talk because I don't want them to think that I'm you.
Yeah.
That's just mean.
They're not that dumb.
What is everybody
Shout
up
out
to this fine evening?
What am I up to? You know, stuff.
I mean,
I've been playing video games all day. Like I went for a walk.
I played Call of Duty for like 3 hours today.
Dude, I played for more. I guarantee you. I prestiged this morning, and I was just on a roll.
I'm about to do my second prestige.
That's
tonight.
cool.
On my 7th.
Good lord.
So,
Right.
The goal of this podcast is not to reach any like awkward silences like we did with Luke McKay because
just now.
Yeah,
that was
a like split second of awkward
silence.
silence.
It's all Jesse's fault. Jesse, say
let's
something.
not talk about stuff. I don't know.
So like,
let's talk about stuff. Yeah.
Let's talk about you guys are into that Far Cry 3 game.
You can't even say Far 5.
I like Far
5.
Far 5. I personally haven't played it. I've been watching playthroughs on the
game.
internet.
Oh, dude, you've got to play it. You've got to play it.
I plan on playing it in the near future.
It's addicting.
I'm waiting for the prices to go down a bit.
I've been having so much fun with it. I hunted sharks with a rocket launcher the other day. That was pretty awesome.
Screw sharks. Sharks are the worst.
I know.
The worst.
No, they're not that bad.
Dude, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just lucky, but I haven't run into any sharks.
Dude, you are lucky.
Like I've seen like the missions, you know, spoiler alert, the mission where you go get the plants to go save that girl. Like you have to go down in the water and then you go get half shrimp.
You're like 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that's like
yeah.
No sharks
No.
there.
I've seen people play that part and they get sharks the moment they jump in the water. And I'm playing this and I'm like, I haven't seen anything. Like I don't even touch the water. I got eaten by an alligator once and I run through the water. I don't even bother stopping.
Well, I got eaten by an alligator once.
I did too.
Craziest thing I've ever seen.
I was like,
dude,
crocodiles are the worst. Like, I don't care. Sharks are easy compared to crocodiles.
No, you're like walking along the beach and you're like, oh, la-da-da-da, I'm going to go do something. And then all of a sudden the shark goes, oh, no, you're not. And then you fall over and you're like, what the hell happened?
A shark?
What the hell happened that I'm on the floor? Now I'm pressing X.
That was a very good reenactment.
Yeah.
That
it really was.
From now
on, you're going to be on every single episode of the podcast. You're good at telling stories.
Yeah.
No, but like this. Okay, I play a lot of games. Like recently, I've gotten into. I've purchased pre-owned games. That's my thing. And I just been playing games that are pretty old. And every once in a while, I'll break down and buy new games. Like I bought Far Cry 3, and I bought Fallout 3.
That's not exactly a new.
That's a lot of threes.
My whole week has been Dark Souls. Nothing but Dark Souls.
Really?
Dark Souls is a great game.
And
I played
Gary's
through that
mod.
game twice.
Yeah. Wasn't Dark Souls the game that everyone was like, oh, that game was a good console game, but the moment they brought it to PC, it was shit.
I haven't played the PC version. I've been playing the PS3 version.
Yeah.
I played it on Xbox. I'm an Xbox guy. I don't have a good enough PC to do anything with.
Yeah.
Wait, Jesse, what do you play? You play on PC, right? Or you play on console?
I mean, I have a PS3, a Xbox 360, and Wii U. But PC is just easier because a really good example is recently I played the demo for Dead Space 3.
I played that too. That's good.
The controls to me always feel slower on a console when you're using the joysticky patamajigs.
Yeah, I always have to turn the sensitivity up.
Yeah, versus your mouse and keyboard, in which case you're like flying across the screen. You always have to turn it down. So,
dude.
Okay, that was awkward. I said yeah, and everybody stopped talking.
I don't know. I heard the word dude somewhere. I've been playing.
Yeah, someone was gonna dude me. Someone was like, dude, and
no. I mean like. Okay, so I used to be a big PC gamer. Everyone. That's why Dylan knows me.
Yeah.
That like I used to be really into PC gaming, but I have this shitty laptop. And when I got I got a PS3 last year for my birthday or something like that last December. And I was plugged it in, and I was like, this is so cool. I don't have to worry about turning things down all the time. Now I can just turn things up.
Like my volume.
Does everyone else feel like... Yeah, like seriously, the moment he gets in ventrilo, no, you're not loud enough, bro. You're not loud enough. Turn
Not
up your
loud
mic.
enough.
Everyone's like, he's fine. Just special effect him.
Well, shout out to
No,
my
but
squeaky
like,
chair, by the way.
Oh no.
dude, everyone who doesn't have a squeaky desk chair? Jesse, do you have a squeaky desk chair? I can't even say the words.
I own two squeaky desk chairs. I can't say it either.
Well, I need to get a new chair.
Dude, I spent.
Mine's
Dude,
uncomfortable
my
and
parents.
squeaky.
Okay, so I'm not yet old enough to leave my home.
Make that pilgrimage.
My parents.
You're in
I'm like
prison.
17, something like that, and
Something like that. Somewhere in there.
Something
they
like
pay
that.
for,
One
like-
of those ages.
Yeah.
yeah, one of those two.
Somewhere there.
And like they bought me all this stuff. Like my desk is like awesome. I love it to bits. And then I've got like this desk chair that my mom bought me. And she spent like $125 on it. And every single time I lean back, it leans back to a side, and I don't know why.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't have that many nice things.
Well,
I'm joking.
I recently
I'm joking.
the last nice thing I
got
bought
nice things.
was a 3DS. That's about it.
Last
Really?
thing I
Yeah.
bought was I bought my headset. That's the last thing I bought.
Well,
Now, so I don't have to use my crappy iPod all the time. I hate
What
that.
headset do you have?
You know?
me and AJ both own X12s.
Yeah, we have Turtle Beach
Ah.
X12s. And yeah,
Even though I don't own an Xbox
last thing-
anymore.
they're like the cheapest ones that I could afford.
Yeah.
Like I continue to always say, I trade stuff in to get new stuff. Like when I'm done with the game, I trade it in. So my mom decided to go through all of her old video games and stuff, and we brought them to GameStop. I traded in my PS3, and I traded on that other junking because, to be really honest, I'm not going to try to start a console war here. But the PS3 is nothing compared to the Xbox 360
Dude,
when it comes
I have
to
my
online.
PS3. The only reason I still have my
Whoa.
PS3 is to play God of War.
Whoa.
Whoa, did your mind just get blown or something?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I guess he found a
Or what?
trailer.
That statement was very profound. It was, look, I'm not
I'm not
going
gonna
to
start
war,
something.
but
I'm not gonna
one is
start
clearly
shit.
better than the
Well,
other.
No,
I'm not gonna
Internet
start anything.
Out of my, like-
no,
Something.
I mean.
Out of my like 30
Go ahead,
subscribers,
someone say something.
including what we think might be my grandma, I don't know. Shout out to my grandma if she
Well,
watches
it's quite
these.
possible that
but-
Dylan's grandma watches.
Yeah, she's gonna be defending the Xbox hardcore. Who knows? But
Yeah.
out of the 30 subscribers,
Hard for
maybe
grandma.
5 or 6 are gonna have like a console war.
Yeah, shout out to your grandma. Gotta do that every
Yeah.
time. Shout out to your grandma.
No, but I mean, okay, there are certain things. I got a whole discussion lined up about consoles. The Xbox 360 is not hardware capable as much as the PS3. And I like the PS3. It plays Blu-rays. It plays all these games in 1080p. Well, the Xbox 360, even though it says it runs in 1080p, doesn't always run it in
It's always
1080p.
downgraded to like
Yeah.
20 a lot of times.
But like when you think about what you're paying for, like you pay $50 a year for like top-notch service.
Yeah,
it's
it's really
hardly
good.
ever
Xbox
down.
Live is really good service.
Yeah, it's hardly ever down. You're always stuck with.
As
you
opposed
always,
to PSN, it gets hacked like every 5 minutes.
Yeah, dude, PSN was like down for like 2 days.
It was more.
Yeah.
like-
it was down for
But-
longer than that at once.
But there's always
But what?
PlayStation Plus is an infinitely better purchase than
I-
anything on Xbox.
I
And,
completely
and
agree.
also PS3 has Journey, so
Yeah. No.
That's actually what I was gonna. Yeah, I actually just minutes before we started this was playing Journey. That is an amazing game.
Yeah,
One
it's
of the best games ever made.
yeah, it's a
Ever.
good game.
Really?
Good game.
See, I completely agree. The PlayStation Plus, like when I got it, I paid for PlayStation Plus because I wanted free games every couple months.
Yeah,
And
that's
I think it is, like you said, I think it's an infinitely better money choice to do it. But like when you think about all the downsides of PlayStation Network in a whole, like everyone here has had a PlayStation 3 or
Owns one.
still has a PlayStation 3 now.
I still have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
It's had
got
the
mine in
same-
February.
They've had the same interface for the PlayStation 3 since the day it came out. Xbox,
Yeah,
has
Xbox. If
changed
you
like
look at
every
Xbox
6
when
months
it
they
first
change
came
it.
out to Xbox now, it's like a completely different
Well,
thing
sometimes
going
keeping
on.
the same thing is kind of a good thing because, like, what if they make a new interface and they're kind of stuck with it and it's
Hey,
like
Hey,
really
gotta
bad.
have change, man.
I don't know.
But see, but Xbox always takes that extra leap every 6 months or I don't really know, every six or so months they update it, and it's changed like 7 times in the last year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
every single time there's always like even if there's a broken thing about it, like the stupid Zune network that's finally gone. Thank the Lord.
Oh God, I hated that. That was like
Like-
the worst thing.
Don't hate on Zoom. Why Zoom?
I don't like it. I didn't
Didn't
like it
they
on
have,
Xbox.
like-
How about that? I don't mind it
Yeah.
anywhere else.
See,
but on
no
Xbox,
one
it's-
wanted to listen to their Zune music on
Wait,
Xbox.
wait.
I still don't agree why they
I'm wondering
call
something.
it Xbox Music.
Didn't they have something?
No one wanted to listen to Zoom anyway.
Didn't back in
Yeah.
the day that Zune had their own little like iPod type deal?
Yeah, they had a
Yeah,
Zoom
yeah.
thing. My friend had one. It was like a brick that he carried around all the time.
Yeah, my dad's got the same thing. It's like literally like you could throw it on the ground like 6 times. And it won't
So it's like a
bend.
Nokia phone.
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
Yeah, no, not Nokia phone. It's like a Nokia phone from 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like the first phone, cell phone thing.
Like legitimately, like throw it on the ground, moment after moment. Like my dad has one. He said he liked it, but the problem was it didn't like it was an attempt at being a competitor to the iPod. But like iPod, by the time the Zune came out, was ginormous already.
Hey, I have a special guest for the podcast. Listen. Oh. Get some R2D2 in there. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my dear friends, the Warp Zone and the Completionist, who are right now at the movie Les Mis. I want to give them all sorts of crap
Oh
for that,
God, I've heard of
and
that.
I hope they enjoy it. I hope
Wait.
they cry
yeah,
at the end.
that movie will
Is
make
it
you cry.
crap? Are you talking about? You mean like crap because they're going to see a girl movie, or crap as in like they didn't take me, so I'm mad at them?
No. Well, first off, it's a girl movie, but
It
secondly, I was forced to see it over Christmas with my parents, so
Aw.
I feel like I deserve to give them garbage now.
Right.
Aw, dude.
So there. Totally off topic, but I wanted the world to know that. So
What dicks? Why did way to go see a musical in
Yeah.
theaters?
Hey,
Wait to
I'd see a
get-
musical in theaters.
I recently
talented
watched
movies.
West Side
Cultured.
Story, so
I hate West Side Story with a passion. I
want
feel pretty.
What?
And you're a
I was singing a
you're
different song from the movie. I saw Rent.
Dude, what is it with? Okay, have you noticed though? Like over the last like 2 or 3 years, it's become more socially acceptable to go see those things, even if you're a guy.
Musicals are becoming really, really popular. It's really weird. And I mean, I've seen a lot of
Yes.
musicals. But I feel like they're. It was more a few years ago than it is now. Like now there aren't as many musicals, but it felt like 2 or 3 years ago.
Because
all
Disney
you saw
finally
was-
gave
I was
up.
actually
Yeah, like High School Musical was finally
I was
done.
forced
Thank
to watch
God. I hate
every
those
single
movies.
High School Musical.
I was too. I had to watch them in
Same.
class with stuff.
I thought we started this conversation where I was making fun of them for going. Stop saying it's socially acceptable.
It's not. No, I'm saying.
You guys are ruining this for me.
Yeah, we're,
No, I'm just
I'm
saying,
saying.
like
No, I'm saying.
I
it was socially
personally don't do
acceptable
that.
2 or 3 years ago. I haven't seen a musical in a long time, to be
Well,
honest.
now you can't backtrack now. Like, oh yeah.
I just
Standard
said 2 or
ground,
3
man.
years ago.
Losers,
Standard
total
ground.
losers.
Wow.
Oh look, it's JesseCox. Kicks his ass. He said it wasn't socially acceptable, even when we just
Yeah,
said it.
the
It's not socially
lamest.
acceptable. No, it's not.
No, I said
AJ,
it's
stop conforming.
more 2 or 3 years ago than it was now. It's still, it is. People see musicals. I wouldn't see a musical. But
I've never
People
seen a
see
manly musical in
He's
my
only
life.
saying that. He's only saying
I
that
ain't gonna
because
see no
Jesse said that he did.
I have.
What? I've seen musicals.
I've
I
seen
just like
musicals.
to give
I've,
crap for
I've,
crap is deserved.
I can go down the list.
Yeah.
I've seen Sweeney Todd. I've seen Rent. I've seen Across the Universe. I've seen Newsies. I've
Newsies.
seen
Well, come on.
Okay, I like
Come on.
West Side
Newsies.
Story.
Let's not get an argument of
I've seen
Across
Sound
the
of
Universe
Music.
is actually a musical. Let's
It
not
is.
get
They
into
sing.
that fight. They sing, but it's
It's a
all
musical.
Beatles songs.
So
That is the single best. That is the best argument for what a musical should not be. Yeah, they sing, but it's all Beatles songs. Best.
that is a pretty good argument.
There's no, you cannot win like that. That's a perfect argument. You've won. You've
Yeah,
won.
I think you definitely defeated me with that one.
Dude, you don't like. That's like saying Sgt. Pepper's Rock and Roll Band, the rock opera from the '70s, is a musical. It's not a musical. It's a rock opera. It's a pretend musical. It's a musical that doesn't want to be a musical.
Damn.
You just got served.
Damn.
I did.
What now, punk?
I just got
Damn.
He got me. All right, I'm just gonna be
Oh,
quiet
yeah.
for the rest of the time. I'm
So,
gonna mute my mic and everything.
You don't got
so
guy.
Oh yeah, Dylan's favorite
yeah, I
cheeseburger.
don't like that song.
Really?
It
Dude,
I
my
have
parents.
nightmares about that song because
go
like
ahead.
I was in it was just a normal trip to Pennsylvania. I was in the back of my uncle's little car thing, and I don't know why, but somehow I fell asleep, And next thing I know, that song's just blasting, and I start having nightmares of the bum. I'm getting a.
Describe what you described.
I was getting
attacked.
attacked. I was in Hawaii, and I was getting attacked by cheeseburgers. They were murdering me.
What? How do you get that from Cheeseburger in Paradise? When I think of Cheeseburger in Paradise, I think of me lounging in a chair in Hawaii. I'll give you that. Got location right. Lounging in a lounge chair in Hawaii, eating delicious cheeseburger.
I was a very
cheeseburger
morbid
with bacon
little
on
boy.
it.
Speaking of cheeseburgers with bacon on it, and Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett has a restaurant in
Yeah,
Myrtle
doesn't he?
Beach. Called,
Yeah.
Oh
he has
my
Margaritaville. It's a restaurant. I've been there.
Where is it?
It's there's one in Myrtle Beach. I know that.
Oh, South Carolina,
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Yeah, it's in South Carolina. And I've been there like 2 times in my life. Both times I've had the same thing. It's a cheeseburger with bacon and barbecue. It's amazing.
Dude. Hey, okay, I don't know. Jesse, where do you live?
Oh.
L.A.,
Yeah,
California.
not
Do you
here.
have Smash Burger there?
No, but I did. I am from Ohio, and we do have it there. So yes, I know what that
Dude,
is.
They made a Smash Burger like right down the street from my house. That shit is addictive.
It's good, but I like Five Guys better. That's my
See,
that's my
Five
thing.
Guys
I've
is
never
pretty
been to
good.
a Five Guys.
No,
Five
like,
Guys.
where I live, like no one understands the whole point that grease is not good all of the time. So like when I go to Five Guys, like you get like a plate full of slop.
I've been to
It's
Five
really what it
Guys
is.
like once in my life. I told Blake the other day that I hadn't been, but I just and he freaked out. He was like, "Dude, you're the dumbest person in the world." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "You have
Shutting
Five
the
Guys." I'm like, "I haven't been to a restaurant. That makes me." I mean, come on, man.
Look, the man's got a
You
point.
gotta eat.
Man's
Just
got to
saying,
eat.
Man's got a point.
Okay. I like how everybody's against me now.
I'm just like.
Dude, it's because
We got
you
together
said-
before we got
it's-
together before the podcast.
I'm just the new-
decided.
I'm
fine.
It's
just the
also
neutral
because
party
you said
here.
Across the Universe is a musical. That's why we all hate you.
Well, they sing. I'm sorry. Is there any way I can redeem myself? Oh yeah, you wanted to talk
Oh
about The
yeah.
Walking
yeah.
Dead.
You want to know about The Walking Dead?
Oh, I
wanted-
okay. Okay.
Dylan knows about The
So-
Walking Dead. I just played through The Walking Dead, and I had tears.
I
coming
didn't
to my
cry
eyes.
I didn't
Not
cry
gonna
at the
lie.
end of it. Like
That's because
yeah,
you
but
weren't playing.
still, I watched a Let's Play, but
It's not the same, Dylan.
The character still
Watching a
grew
Let's Play
on
is not
me.
the same as playing a game.
That's like watching other people cry, and then that
Yeah.
makes you sad. That's like you've got to
Well,
cry if someone else
recently,
is
I just
crying.
like have these spurts where like I'm addicted to people's Let's Plays. Either that, or I'm addicted to Retsu praise or anything like that.
I don't do that.
It's just I don't know.
The last time I was addicted to something was when JesseCox and Total
Oh,
Biscuit
yeah.
were playing Terraria.
I remember those.
The last time I was really addicted to something.
I
I did
miss
too.
those.
Dude,
They were
I
very, very funny.
but
Any
my thing
comments?
with The Walking Dead though is that like I get it, it's a point and click adventure, but like do I really want to justify spending $20 on getting the whole thing
you
now?
kind of you'd like it.
Yeah. If you haven't, if you haven't
is it
played it,
justifiable?
it's justifiable.
like it.
I bought it. Well, I bought it like a 3 weeks
Because
ago.
I have this thing like I mean like I spend $20 on I guess it has some replay value. Like I'll spend $20 on something that it's a good game.
You could
And I'll spend
replay it.
$20 on it, but like in the long run, where's it gonna get me? I spent $20 on something that took me.
Well, it's going to get you
eight or
closer
nine
Yeah,
to
it's
hours
gonna
to
it's
finish.
gonna tie you over until season 2 comes out.
Ah, okay. Is that why?
Yeah.
Is that how they're working it?
Yeah,
Like next year will be
Telltale
season 2,
announced the
but
season
this
2.
year will be
I don't
season
know,
2.
but
Yeah,
it's,
I guess this year we'll have. I don't
Oh,
know.
that changes the whole entire thing. It's like a
it's all
TV
just
show.
some
I'm
huge
buying
thing
it.
to get your money.
Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
and give you a good story. But whatever.
Because like Christmas Day, they had the first part for free on Xbox Live, so I was like, oh, I'll buy it. I'll get it.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I downloaded it on Christmas Day, and then I'm like,
It's like
okay,
buying
well,
a
now I'm
$20
hooked. And
Virtual book, in a way. Like all games
yeah,
are.
pretty much.
Okay,
Okay.
I have another topic.
Who
This is
reads?
just something that really intrigues me. Jesse, you have to tell me about the Wii U. I've heard mixed reviews about it, and I really want to know what someone actually believes while they're in the conversation with me.
It's really creative and really fun. There's a lot of little features that I think are amazing, like the comment system where you can leave, you can use your little stylus and draw comments or type comments to any part of any game, or they have forums in there. They have a YouTube one that I think is hilarious because every time you log in, it's like, "PewDiePie is the
Oh.
best." It's like, oh dear God.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
God.
click on that, you're like, oh, why did I open YouTube?
It's
No.
although they're very creative, like the way they draw, like because you can animate. PewDiePie has a lot of really artistic fans they like draw his horrified
God.
face. It's pretty great, but they have little form features, all the standard things like Netflix and all that garbage. But game-wise, in games, you can, for example, in the new Mario world,
Yeah, I
you
heard.
can
I watched
leave
the Rooster Teeth
comments.
podcast, and Bernie said that the new Super Mario Brothers game on
Now
the
I
Wii U
think
is
about
amazing.
it.
It's really fun. It's very creative. It's the way they've made it. It reminds me of the old school Super Nintendo version, which is so good. And
Yeah.
so but after every level, after you reach a certain point in the game, you can
Sorry.
leave comments and tips after every level. And so I think it's like after
so the next person who plays it can see it?
Well, not you, but everyone online can see it. So
Oh, that's
it
so
leaves
cool.
like
So it's
And
like
Dark
Demon
Souls.
Souls.
Dark Souls.
Or Dark Souls. Dark Souls and Demon
it's-
Souls.
Like a good example is there was one level where some guy said, take this path. So I did, and it totally works. There's a little feature that's like a spoiler or non-spoiler button, and then I just turned on spoilers. I don't care, especially for
It's Mario. You
Oh,
can't
you're
Yeah.
gonna
spoil
defeat
Mario.
Bowser.
Dude, you beat Bowser, man. It's
Hey,
so
guess what? The princess
crazy,
is
dude.
there.
Really? I had no idea that's the whole point of Mario.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so I've left a few. I found one level that if you want to get all the coins, the secret coins, you have to have little like inflatable baby Yoshi, and that's how you do it. So I left that little tip, and so it was on there for a few days because I guess people like thumbs it up, and so that kind of stuff is really cool. Game wise though, and this is something that I on the TGS podcast that I do when we had K-Wing, who's a very big proponent of Nintendo products in general. I questioned him and said, it seems weird that all the games coming out for Nintendo, all the third-party IP are coming out after they're released everywhere else. He's like, that's going to change, though. That's going to change. And Nintendo just released their, like, coming soon list, and everything comes out after everything else. Like, so
Yeah.
why would I buy
Such
it
a
on
change.
Xbox or PS3 and then wait 3 months to get it on Nintendo? And he's like, well, no, it'll fix itself. I don't necessarily.
I like how when the Wii U came out, like they had a Arkham City come out on it. Like
Yeah.
6 months after it's been out on consoles and everybody's already played it. Who's going to buy that game again? Like seriously.
No, but like, I
I mean, I got to be honest. I don't really like Arkham City, so I might be biased.
I guess I'm like I'm kind of on the fence because I like Nintendo. I respect what they're doing. They're trying to make gaming a more social and casual
And
thing
safer for
in the
children.
household, and to get that family time. But and safer. You're not killing
Yeah.
everyone all the time. Even though you can buy that game, you can buy Black Ops 2 for your
Yeah.
Wii U if you really want to. But like one thing that what always intrigued me is I never understood why everyone's going. Is the Wii U next gen or is it current gen? And they're
it's
just
current.
behind a year.
It's current.
It's current.
It's
Yeah,
current.
that's the
The
thing.
Wii was
Old.
really junky compared.
Was
Yeah.
a prehistoric.
I completely
current gen.
skipped the Wii. I didn't play any games on the Wii unless I like went to a friend's house and they had it. And usually the only game we played then was Super Smash Brothers. So, you know,
I mean,
I didn't really
The
have
Wii-
much
the
of a Wii experience.
Gave up, the Wii gave up modern tech to be sort
Yeah.
of new and
Be fully-
have
to
like
be
new
functional.
features. Yeah, and the Wii U now is up to date with the 360 and the PS3. Like it is the same hardware basically. So the games look better. The one thing I do like is there's a Wii Virtual Console, so it lets you play everything that you had on Wii. It lets you download everything you had from the Wii Store, and that works really well. Plus, the Wii Store has, if you saw, we did a Final Fantasy VI live stream. We got Final Fantasy VI from that in its like original Super Nintendo
Great
form.
game. Great game.
So
Really?
that was it's there's a lot of stuff going on there, and the games that it has right now, there's maybe 11 or so games that I would say, all right, give them a shot.
Are
But
worth
unfortunately, half of them you can get elsewhere on another console. And so
Already without having to wait.
yeah, and so Warriors Orochi I think is a hilariously amazing game. If you're a fan of the Dynasty Warrior series, it's very
Yeah,
fun.
that game is just fun to dick around on. Like it's not even a serious game to me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely when the plot is there's an evil demon Hydra and some chick travels you through time and you collect like characters from other video games to fight. It's hilarious. It doesn't even make any sense. But
It's like no, but like when I see the Wii U, I'm thinking like, okay, it technically it's late in the current gen. I understand that, but like, why aren't I would save that. Like, I understand that they're hurting for money. Let's be honest. Everyone says, "Oh, Nintendo's great." Handheld sales are going way down. Everyone's switching to.
Yeah, everybody wants
to sit down on my couch and play.
And I mean, now you can get so many great games on your on your phones and stuff. So,
yeah.
So now it's just like we don't need to buy a separate console for this.
But I will say
though,
Dylan, don't say Black 2.
I didn't buy Black 2. I bought White 2.
It's the same game.
The selling point though for the Wii U, and this is something that other consoles do not have, and I actually liked that NVIDIA with their whatever the hell that thing's called, that new NVIDIA thing for your PC is very similar. Yeah. But for the Wii U, I will play the Wii U without even having it on TV. I'll be watching TV and playing the Wii U. That the controller is also another screen, and that is so good. And so that's how you can play stuff and multiple.
See, now that's a cool idea. I might.
I don't know.
See, I think the problem is with the Nintendo is that they're innovating, but they're innovating to the point where it's almost stupid.
I think they waited too long to try and compete with these Xbox 360. I think they waited too long.
By GDC time, new consoles are going to be announced. I hope. God, I hope so. We're going on year 8.
Oh, they'll be announced at E3. Companies are already saying that they're producing their next titles for next-gen consoles.
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
So, yeah, I would expect we'd see the first one. I would hope. I mean, if we have to wait another year, I may jump out my window. But I would hope
I think everyone would.
That we'll see it around November. We'll see our first major next-gen around November, I would think.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking around November, December, somewhere in there, around Christmas.
Yeah,
because that's when people buy stuff.
But like when you think about that, like by November, okay, they released their new Go at the current gen last year, 2012. Why not go, look, guys, we're making this really cool thing. Here's a demo of what we got. Show that off all 2012, all 2013. By GDC time, by E3 time, you go, look, this is the finished product, completely current gen. It's actually going to be current gen this time. Instead of going, oh, I'll release it now, and then by new console time, no one's going to think about it.
Right.
I have a feeling what they'll do to compete is we'll see either a new Zelda or Metroid game. Something big will come out.
Yeah, something big.
That's what they're going to do
for that thing to stay alive. Like you, like.
Yeah.
I mean, because like when I think about it now, Nintendo has to be selling at a loss. Like even now, because they're still selling more Xbox 360s per month than they are.
They did pretty good with the 3DS.
First of all, because they made them such short supply.
They, in my opinion, they did really well with the 3DS.
I don't know. I haven't looked at sales for any of this stuff, so.
Nintendo should just stick to handhelds, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they're better. They're better for handhelds.
Fooling around.
I don't.
With
I guess a console every now and then is fine, but.
Not a lot of people are going, hey, let's get in the handheld thing. Sony's made their go. Now Nvidia's making their go. But like, I don't think anything Nintendo does on the console level is going to be sold at a loss. Like they're just going to lose money left and right because they're already losing money because they understocked themselves for how many people actually wanted it.
They could try not to fuck up a Sonic game. I mean,
I heard one story where the guy was like, this was back when the Wii came out. This wasn't the Wii U, but it was when the Wii came out. He went to the store. He's like, I'm going to go buy a Wii. It was like the day it came out. And then he got there and they didn't have any Wiis. Like, why would you release something? I don't know if it was the same with the Wii U. Why would you release something but not give enough to every store? If you know it's the day it comes out, you should give them like tons of the console and not just.
But see, like they released it in an awkward time though. That I guess one of their tactics was everyone who pre-orders it gets it. Anyone who wants it after that date has to wait until Christmas time.
Yeah, that's the I mean, I don't know.
Then.
Anyway.
I mean, I don't think I can justify spending almost $300 for $300 for the deluxe model, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know the prices.
I don't think I could justify spending. I don't think I could justify spending almost $400 on a Wii U to buy 2 games and the current gen console that's going to be out of date this June.
Yeah, that's my opinion on it. So I'll probably not get a Wii U. I mean, I never bought the Wii, so
Like for people with like my dad likes playing the Skylanders game. I don't know why. Like he
Yeah,
likes it. It's cool. I'm fine with him on
people will say
Skylanders.
stuff about that, but I'm like, I don't know. Spyro to me is Spyro.
Spyro to me is PlayStation.
Spyro to me is
Spyro to
Spyro
me is
too.
just
Ripto's
sitting
Rage,
around
keep it real.
when
Yeah.
I was a little kid, just not knowing what I'm doing.
Raging at your television.
I never
I
raged
got
at the
raging at your
television.
television.
All
I
those
could just
games.
pick up a game and play it.
Dude, I got so mad. I picked up the HD collection of Dragon Ball Z Budokai the other day, and looking back now, I must have spent 3 or 4 hours on that shit.
Yeah.
Half of it must have been yelling at my PlayStation to work better because it kept on losing. And now that I play it, I'm like, I play it for nostalgia's sake now. It's like someone
I
going
went
back
back
and
and
playing
played-
Zelda for Zelda Ocarina of Time. Like you go back for nostalgia.
Yeah, I never play Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time to play it. I go back to play it to remember.
That's
all
why I
the
want to pick it up
memories,
for the 3DS.
Times, yeah.
all the good times I had.
But
Yep.
just to have it around.
Why? I still have my Nintendo
Graphics,
64.
I guess.
No, what? That's my thing. I'd buy a 3DS if I ever get the money, but I wouldn't buy like all these remakes they have coming out
Yeah,
for it
but
because I'm like,
for
I
me,
have those
it's
games
like-
already. I don't need.
For me, it's like
Dude, I'm the same way.
okay.
They
okay.
re-release
For me, it's like
Go ahead.
I don't know because I'm like one of the hugest Zelda fans I know. I don't know about. I
You're one of-
literally am because I'm
one of
the one
hugest
person who
Zelda fans
knows.
I know.
I'm the one person I know that knows
Because I'm the only
really
person
anything
I know. I
about
don't have
Zelda. If you have a question about it, people ask me. But I would just pick it up for the fact that I know I would play it over and over and over and over again, and it's something to do when I'm at some big family
That's
thing.
what I have my Nintendo 64.
I'm,
Who cares about family?
Who
I get
cares
stuck.
about real
I get
life?
forced
Why would
to
you
go to
go?
these things.
To a
Dude,
family.
I'm a 7th Prestige. I don't need any
I'm stuck in
IRL.
IRL. Can't get out. Bad place.
Anyway, so
Obama.
what else is happening?
That's happening.
Um,
I know.
oh
I know.
God,
That's
let's not
bad.
get into that stuff. Let's not get into politics.
Yeah, let's not do
Um,
this. This
Have you guys heard about Razor's?
Yeah, that
Any
looks
guys heard about
amazing.
Razor's
I wanna
Edge,
play around with
the new tablet computer? Dude, I want that thing so much. Like everyone's like, oh, why are you gonna spend money on that when you can spend $1,000 on a real computer? Well, look, I can take that anywhere I freaking want.
Yeah, you
I
can just
can
be like,
surf the web
get
on a
bus, you
train,
just be like,
on an airplane, on a bus. I can do whatever the frick I want on that thing, and then go home, plug it
Yeah.
straight into my TV, and play video games.
that's a good reason to buy that. That's a good reason to buy that.
I mean, and it's a fully functioning PC, completely real PC parts, not mobile parts, in a 10-inch tablet that eventually you'll be able to stick it up. It'll be like it's like, why are you going to get a Razer Edge? Well, why are you going to get a Microsoft Surface?
Well,
It's a good question for both of those.
Yeah.
It is.
now I think
Why are you
about
going to
it,
get either of those? I don't know. Razor's Edge.
God damn it!
Razor's Edge. I don't know. I don't know if it's either.
Yeah, I haven't.
We'll have to see what happens.
I'm
when it
still
actually
waiting.
releases.
It
It
seems
could
like
be
it'll be
I'm
one of
amazing.
still
those
waiting
things
on
that'll
more
come
stuff
out, but
about the
it really
Steam
won't be
box.
that
In all
great.
honesty, I'm
Dude,
just
I'm gonna
waiting
get
on
that.
it,
I
'cause
have to
haven't
get that.
gotten enough information on the
That's
Steam
good.
box yet.
I don't know. I haven't either. I just know it's coming. I don't know. That's all I know about it. I know that Michael was.
No
talking
one's
about
even
it.
talking about it. Everyone's like, everything that I saw, they kind of just
Well-
grazed over it. Oh, XI3 is helping. XI3, the piston is going to be is the new base model, is
I like the
planned on
fact-
being the base model for
What
the
I
new.
like about it is the fact that like
Steam box.
it's not going to be like other game systems. You can actually upgrade it with like I don't know, like real parts. It's like you can't do
Real
that with an
parts, yeah.
Xbox. Otherwise, oh, sorry, your warranty's up. Yeah, basically.
Isn't that what a PC is?
No, yeah, it's what it's going to be. It's pretty much the same. I'm like
Why
it
would
now.
you buy that when you can just buy a PC?
No, because think about it though. Because a lot of people don't want to spend $1,000 on buying PC parts and putting them together. I would rather spend $1,000 on something that's pre-made and something that it's really easy of access to just unplug shit and plug it back in. That's all I want to do. And I don't have to carry my 30-pound PC all the way over to my friend's house every single time we want to play a game.
I don't do that. Well, I do that because okay, well, never mind. Yeah, I see where you're coming from now. Makes sense now. I mean, all makes sense now. My mind is.
He can sleep
Thank
well
you for
tonight.
easing me.
Yeah.
I can sleep. I want to go to sleep. I want to have nice dreams.
Knowing that I know that you know that, I will sleep good tonight.
Yeah. I don't
have
know.
been.
I haven't been sleeping good in general. I don't know why. I just
Let's talk about sleep schedules. Jesse, what's your sleep schedule?